Hello, and first of all, I'd like to apologize because my camera is for some reason tilting when it's on a flat surface. The camera on my tablet doesn't seem to be reliable, but I have to place everything in a location because my tablet does not have two-sided cameras. It is a piece of junk. But it works. That's all that's important. And what is important in this is a Pokemon review. Individual Pokemon in a reviewing kind of state. The Pokemon that I have on here showing off are personally trained, bred, and created move pool. The natures are gonna have to deal with them. Some of them are not very beneficial, and the abilities, some of the Pokemon aren't exactly the best, raised the best way. Like I said, I train them personally. Some of them I had help from Smogon University. Mainly I use it for reference though, to see what the Pokemon's capabilities are. See their stats, and see what I can use with it. So, first things first. Umbreon, there you are. Umbreon. My dark little furball. This Umbreon that I have right here isn't exactly bred to perfection, like everybody seems to desire in this Gen 6. But it gets the job done. There's its high defensive stats over there. And its move pool. You can see that there's no offensive stats there, but it helps. It's pretty effective if you're lucky. Confuse Ray will cause your target to hit itself on occasion, which the inflicting self-damage counts as physical attack, physical damage. Screech is a must since it lowers the defense to take more hits. You can choose between Swagger and Confuse Ray, but I prefer Confuse Ray. And about half the time, the opponent attempts to switch a Pokemon out of confusion, much like phasing. That's where Mean Look comes in. You confuse a Pokemon, and if you can predict that they're going to switch it out, use Mean Look. If you think the opponent has an important key Pokemon on the field, then Mean Look is going to be a must. Or if it's a passer, I forget if Baton Pass actually affects Trapper or Baton Pass. Yeah, okay, let me get my composure. I'm not exactly a commentator, ladies and gentlemen who do watch this, but I will do my best. I'm not sure if Baton Pass can be trapped or not. Moonlight will heal Umbreon if you never need it. Which Umbreon could soak up damage, even pretty heavy physical fighting attacks from Pokemon such as Conkeldurr. it is pretty effectively a tank. A wall. This Pokemon gets soak up damage. Moonlight helps. This is my build. This is my Umbreon. Other Umbreons, you could do Toxic Stalling, you could do Boost Pass, and Synchronize. Synchronize and Lumberry is like the long way around for Magic Bounce. Except it takes up an item slot. Still, it really could really hurt your opponent if they decide to try and toxic you. Especially if you have a Pokemon in your party that has aromatherapy. In case they do toxic you again. This Lumberry will heal it instantaneously. And the Pokemon that tries to stall you will itself be toxic stalled if it doesn't switch out. More of a natural cure like Chansey. You could try going for offensive, but it's better to just do like a support annoyance. I like this setup though. It's effective, it works half the time. And sometimes your opponent will either try to switch out, and if it's mean luck, they will rage quit. I swear matches have gone 20 rounds, I think, using just Umbreon is Confuse Ray stalling. And sometimes my opponent would actually turn off the power on Gen 5. It is a weakness to Bug and, well, Bug, Fighting, and now Fairy types. Fairy moves are kind of dominating the current metagame. But it was not going to do very much with those tanky stats, and Umbreon is kind of overlooked. Because Umbreon makes a very, very nice wall. But it doesn't have very many offensive capabilities. It's probably why it's looked down upon, because it's slow, it's not very offensive heavy. And in Gen 5 that was pretty popular. The one-hit KOs. In this one, it's all about the walls. That's Umbreon though. You get effort training to special defense and defense for HP. And you can split the defense and special defense. Did I just say special defense twice? I meant defense and special defense. Either way, you got an effective stall. Umbreon from Eevee come in Baton Pass, so you can pass on any boosted stats from it and other Pokemon that it gets the Baton Pass from. On to another Pokemon that you decide to either boost or use. It's a frontline attack. The front line. The Blitzers. Anyway, nature does have a nasty factor in this, since it does take away from stats. So you either want it in one of your defensive categories, or none of the defensive categories if you can help it. Either way, Umbreon, you should probably give him a look. Until later. This is Rebel 30,000 doing a crappy commentary with a tablet.